Welcome to the Grand Lux Inn, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel where history, comfort, and southern hospitality come together. Family owned and operated, we take pride in offering more than just a place to stay. Whether you're planning a weekend escape, a staycation, close to home, or just need a peaceful retreat, the Grand Lux Inn is your perfect getaway. Looking for a space to host your next business meeting? Our elegant and quiet setting provides an ideal atmosphere to connect, collaborate, and get things done, all with the personal touch of a locally owned business. Whether you're here for relaxation, business, or a special event, the Grand Lux Inn is ready to welcome you. Call us today at 931-461-9995 or visit the website to learn more. The Grand Lux, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel.
Welcome to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. We missed last week because of the football game. We're here this week, live and in charge.
Back again.
This one is we always have fun, but this one's a sad edition.
Well, a little bit.
This is the we're calling it the Jackie Carver edition.
Yep.
This is shout out to Jackie Carver. We lost him last night. Great legend from West Middle School. Anything you?
There's two people that made me want to get into teaching and PE. One was my dad, and the other one was Jackie Carver.
Yeah.
So, that was I'll never forget when you hired me at West. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
And then on the first day we walked down there, you're like, I can't find him. We go in the little closet. And I was like, oh, Jackie Carver. Oh no,
there he is, yeah.
Jackie Carver, he's back. And he's like, and he goes over and he's showing me records and stuff from when we were in school. I mean, you can't replace them. My next mission is to get that gym or that floor over there at West named after him.
That'd be great. He was there. I'm not sure how many years he was there, but he was there when we were students.
Yes.
And then both of us worked there, and in fact, our guest tonight also works there. So we've all had this interaction with Jackie Carver, and man, like I said, such a legend.
Right. I told him my first year back that in 2012 that I said, man, it's strange having these people we went to school with having their kids.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah, that's not strange. He says, wait till you have the grandparents kids, and I was like, I don't know if I'll be in it that long.
Well, one of the things we're going to do tonight in honor of Jackie Carver is if anybody wants to call in and tell a Jackie Carver story, 393-0081, and we'll take calls the whole show, even when we have our guests on, and I'm sure Josh will have some Jackie Carver stories.
Absolutely.
And we can remember them all night long, and I think we've already
got a call.
So
Dr.
we'll go
Clint.
Ahead. All right. Hey, you're on the Mick and Mac Show.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey.
You. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, sure. No, I heard about Coach Carver this morning, and man, it kind of wrecked my day, honestly.
Yeah.
I had him as a teacher at West. I was a student, and I texted a few buddies of mine tonight that had him, and we were just talking about how great it was to have a teacher that could tell stories like him, and just be real with us and whatnot. And and then Mick, you hired me, and I got to work with him as a coworker. And there's a story that he told me one time that I think is kind of funny. There's a lot of stories he told me that are funny. But he told me that there's an English teacher who used to work at West, who's another West Middle School Bobcat great, who remained nameless. But she was kind of a bulldog, man. She gets after it, doesn't play games, and she's serious about her ELA, right? And those test scores, I think, were always through the roof. She's all business. And I guess one time they needed somebody to teach science. And Jackie told me that the whole 8th grade scores had always been tops in the region. They were real proud of that.
Yeah, I remember.
Jackie'd been teaching PE for years. I guess they needed him to teach science, so they moved him over to science, and this English teacher was just like, oh, no, like, what are we doing? Coach Carver's going to teach science? Like, this is going to be a wreck. Our scores are going to tank.
Yeah.
Just giving it to us. And he kind of sat back and waited a minute, and then he started laughing. He said, Clint, I had the highest scores in the region.
Yeah, that sounds just like Coach Carver, man. That's a go ahead.
No, he's just jack of all trades.
Yeah, man. Well, we appreciate the call. We did the same thing, texting friends, telling them. Everybody was kind of wrecked today.
I'm gonna take the whole next week off, Clint.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, you know what? Me too. Me too.
There you go.
Hey, good for you guys for giving them a shout out.
All right, appreciate the call.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'm sure other people will call in and want to talk about Coach Carver, but definitely somebody in this community. We do a show about this community, and he was part of this big part of this community, and coached
a lot of sports, like girls basketball, track, did it all. At West.
Well, let's while we're talking about sports, if anybody wants to call in 393-0081, let's talk a little bit about the recap of the football game.
Hey, it was those watching at home saw how muddy and messy the field was.
Man.
And
I think they hosed it down even more in that one spot.
It was. It's got a big crown on it, but all the water and the mud just stayed up on the top. And the coach had come up before, right when we got there, and said, man, we forgot to cut the sprinklers off one day this week. And so it was already, and so just kids losing their footing and things like that. But it was on both sides. And, it was halftime, adjustments were made, and we just came out in the second half and figured out what worked offensively, what they were trying to do on their side of the ball, and to counter that defensively, and putting in plays that we could get our footing with. And it really just came down to running the ball, and establishing that side of it. And because it was hard to throw the ball. Those have been to Lawrence. We've all been to Lawrence County.
That's right.
It's bad lighting, and so it was just it was bad officiating. But I mean, all of it was bad. But those are the games you got to find a way to win.
Find a way to win.
And we didn't do that at White County, but we did it at Lawrence County.
And I would say that those two games were similar in that it was going to be dirty, it was going to be nasty, and they really had to do something to make that happen. And they did. They did against Lawrence County. They did against White County, but. I think it was lessons learned on both those games.
Yeah, it was a good experience, and first region win for us. So that was the first region game. Second region game tomorrow night, Lincoln County. So tomorrow night's a big game.
Big game. We'll talk about it a little bit and towards the end, but definitely that's a huge region. How many region games will they play this year?
We have 4. There's only 5 in the region, so you just got to be best and the worst team to make the playoffs.
That makes the playoffs. Yeah, don't be the worst.
Or don't be Franklin County. So.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so what about other sports in the community? What happened?
We had district for soccer wrapping up, and the girls finished in the top 4. We had 3 all-district players. I think we got a picture. Yeah, Hartley McMurtry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's a name. Claire Hayden and Carly Sisk, all district, and their season came to a close, and they had a great season. They got better as it went on.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So big things, going forward with the 10 or 11 8th graders on that team. Just going back up. Football, middle school football, wrapped up their CTC championship the other night. Yeah. Beating Lawrence County, E.O. Kaufman.
Yeah.
I got some all CTC, I guess, with that, because it's still CTC. I know Jet Dameron, because he told me he made it.
That's good.
Every day this week.
Yeah, he told you every day.
Josh Vincent. Who's that? Mac Chapin. I know that's Marvancy's brother right there, Marvaden. And I can't tell who that is on the end, but yeah, all CTC, which is crazy to me because there's only like 5 of them on there, and I'm like, there could have been another 5 or 6 kids easily that could have made it.
I texted Steve Berry, and I told him I was like, congratulations on your big championship. Yeah. Run it back.
That's right.
Run it back.
Hire that man. And then volleyball came to a close. They went to sectionals. They finished runner-up and went to sectionals and lost to Oakland Middle School, I believe Tuesday night. And then we have, I know for their district, Aubrey Bunn and Riley Ferguson made all district for that, and they actually play up. So they play, and that's just Coach Lynch got with the middle school and said, hey, we want you guys to play up because that's who you're going to be playing in high school. Yeah. So they're actually playing schools that are twice the size.
Really?
Yeah, even though it's a co-op sport, that they're playing some big schools. I mean, Oakland Middle,
Yeah.
So that's East and West plus some right there just on that middle school. But they finished a great season, and they're looking forward to big things from them coming up in the
I think that's great, great planning on Dan's part. The hard part about that is if, you put players in that position and they're not successful,
right.
It makes it hard because they're losing, even though they're losing against better teams. But it works when they are successful, or you prepare them and coach them well to where they handle that situation.
And that's what the assistant coach I talked to works at West, Amanda Baker, was saying. She was saying, we compete against every team we play.
Yeah.
They're in every game. They're not just going in there and getting smoked. Yeah. So I think Coach Lynch has got something going.
He's got something
for
going.
volleyball, So
he definitely has something going. I've got some stuff from Jeff Lester for cross country, middle school sectional cross country results. The boys and girls and boys went to the three AAA cross country meet held at Woodland Baptist Church in Chattanooga this Saturday. Probably the toughest sectional in the state, and the girls finished 7th and the boys finished 8th out of 14 stacked teams is what he said. And I can hear him saying that. 14 stacked teams. High schools, I think the high school's actually running tonight at Macon County.
Yeah, I think that's what they sent us.
So, yeah, he just said, so good luck to them. I'm sure they've already ran, but we may get an update on that before the night's over with. He said the elementary school invitation was run at East Lincoln. A bunch of people, a bunch of participants. We got a lot of names. We're not going to read off all of them, unfortunately, but he did want to thank the East Lincoln cross country coached by Sharon Nilius, Andy Nilius, and Brooke Trevruck. Robert E. Lee cross country, coached by Shelly Robertson, Bill Sanders, Debbie Sanders, and Kristen Wood. And then Chelsea Moore, Sam Zimmerman, and Crystal Mobley do double duty coaching Bel Air and Jack T. Farrah. Yeah. So he's appreciative of that, and that's all that does is just build that program up even stronger than what it is. And he's that team is those two coaches are rocking and rolling, and they got some good ones coming up.
Yeah, and I think middle school, I believe, is running this weekend for their championship.
Yeah,
and there was 3. I know Ashley Johnson and Claire Hayden, who. There was 4 or 5 girls on that soccer team the other day
that were running.
That ran and then went and played a soccer game.
So Lincoln Price, Ashley Johnson, Claire Hayden are running this Saturday at Clarksville at 9 a.m. Followed by the girls are at 9. The boys will be at 9:30. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of championship type stuff.
Yeah. What else? Anything else going on in that world?
No, I mean we've got. 6th grade basketball at East and West has started.
I heard that.
Official practices started this past Monday, and they'll be rolling into games here at the end of this month.
That's what I heard. I heard Tim Barendorf was telling me that the week after they get back from fall break is when they start playing. That's unbelievable.
And I think he's had 3 practices this week with everyone, and the Monday Tuesday didn't even have all his dudes because of football. So which he's totally fine with. He's like, go do your thing, win your stuff, and come to us.
Well, and there, of course, we're going to do basketball like we did last year. We're excited about that, and I heard there's a rumor that we might do a couple other games other than the high school games.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we do those East-West games.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yep.
Breakdown of tonight's show, we've got Josh Harris, who's coming in talking to us about archery. He brought Ashley Scott with him, who is also archer. Is that right? Archer? Yeah. So archers. Yeah. Archers. And they're going to talk about. Look at that great.
That's a great picture, Josh.
Great picture.
Where he started it.
Yeah. There we go.
I pulled that out in 2009.
So we're going to talk to them a little bit about archery, one of those sports that you don't hear much about. So we're going to archery. And then of course,
might shoot an apple off your head.
We may do that. We may do that. Of course, we got the Hattie report. We got the weather report coming, We're going to talk about other athletes in the city. We got a new clip from our man Birdman, the flight plan with Birdman.
Yep.
We're going to do that in a second. So a lot of stuff going on today.
Yeah.
It's going to go by fast.
Yep,
We
fast.
got to keep Josh on task.
Yep. 20. What'd you say? 20 words a minute.
20 words. No, jeez. Yeah, something like that. And again, you can always watch us on Channel 6 and Channel 23 on the television, and Light Tube Sports Network and P-Head Productions on YouTube. And we talked about it before the show. There's a lot of people watching, whether it is live or whether it is, on YouTube later on. We're getting a lot of traction there.
That. And like you mentioned earlier, call in anytime.
Yep.
You talk about Coach Carver, talk about archery.
Yep.
Anything that we may have missed.
That's right.
Let us know.
393-0081 if you want to call in. We want to definitely thank our sponsors.
Yep.
The Grand Lux Inn, Payless Auto, Fuel So Good, K&S Trophies, Hard Rock Tattoos, Sundrop Shop, Tullahoma Lanes, and Sharon Wagner with Exit Realty. We appreciate their support. They make this show go round and round.
And if you want to be a sponsor, hit up John Gray.
John Gray,
You know where to find him.
You know where to find him. With that being said, it's time for our new clip.
Oh.
This is the
Flight
plan with the
The
Birdman.
Birdman.
So we'll turn it over to Chris, flight plan with the Birdman.
Oh. That was a good. That was good. Hey, we're here with the Birdman, Mick and Mac Show flight plan.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he's gonna give us the vibe for Friday night at Lincoln County.
Yep.
What's the vibe in the locker room this week?
Vibe is high. We're all excited to get to work. This is a big game. It determines our season, so it's a big game. The vibe is high.
Right. So what's the implications on a win or a loss in this game?
If we win, it basically means, you're not looking ahead, but basically region champions. And this is the game to determine that. And if we lose, we would end up having to play the defending champs second round, and we do not want to do that.
Oh, who would that be?
That would be Sevier County.
Okay, well, I don't think any flock of birds that I know is afraid of any team.
We ain't scared of anybody.
That's right. So, we're going to start this every week.
Yes, sir.
The segment Flight Plan with the Birdman. Mick and Mac Show.
Payless Auto Service and Repair, located at 2013 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma, specializes in tires, brakes, suspension, oil changes, engines, and transmissions. Offers a 24-month or 24,000-mile warranty and free diagnostics. Payless is a veteran-owned auto shop and is home of the 25-25 oil change all day, every day, and offers Payless tire deal. Buy 3, get 1 free all day, every day. Call for an appointment, 931-455-6600. And Payless Auto Sales, located at 607 South Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Let Payless Auto show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car. We believe fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the right car, priced to fit your budget. Shop our virtual showroom of cars, trucks, and SUVs online, then stop by and get a test drive. Payless Auto, located at 607 South Jackson Street, Tullahoma, 931-455-6111. Welcome to Fuel So Good, located at 1407 North Jackson. Fuel So Good is Coffee County's only organic coffee roaster. All of the coffees are certified fair trade and organic. In addition to the wonderful coffee, Fuel So Good offers a large bakery selection. They provide cakes, pies, bakery items for your special occasion. All bakery items are made fresh, in-house, daily. We also offer light breakfast and lunch items, potato, egg, and cheese wrap, breakfast sandwich with Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese, the best around. Chicken salad wrap for lunch, vegan bean salad. All the salads, even pimento cheese, can be sold by the half pound. They have yogurt, they have parfaits, and they also have fudge. So for a great cup of coffee and something sweet or healthy to eat, go by Fuel So Good at 1407 North Jackson Street.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
Some connections are better than others, like connecting with nature or reconnecting with an old friend, connecting with the ball, and connecting with a cause. At LightTube, our goal is to help you stay connected, not only with lightning-fast internet and local support, but by advocating for those better connections. Stay connected to the people in your life. Sign up for LightTube today.
Deep breaths, Josh. Deep breaths.
I'm good.
No one can hear you, but you good.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome back to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. We have our special guest, the first special guest of the night, Josh Harris from the archery program at all over Tullahoma.
Yeah.
All over Tullahoma, right? Before we get started, though, I have one thing I got to bring up.
What is it?
You got to explain the Dr. Pepper bottle there to everybody out there who doesn't know Jackie Carver.
Well, you know, we talked about Sundrop. One of our sponsors purchased or distributes Dr.
Pepper now, so it's okay.
Yep, but
It's
this
legitimate.
is the Jackie Carver special, peanuts and Dr. Pepper.
Peanuts and
Yep.
Dr. Pepper. If
And
you've
it's-
never tried it, it's
Yep.
different.
Yep, and it's tasty. I forgot. He used to bring me one every Friday when I first started working at West, and you know, we missed that guy.
Miss
so.
that guy. Josh, welcome to the Mick and Mac Show. We're glad to have you on here. We try to talk to all sports, and archery fits in that category. We wanted to pick your brain about archery in this town and all over. So welcome, Josh.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Tell us about yourself. We know you, but people out there may not.
I'm a school teacher at West Middle. I've been at the high school. I've been at Robert E. Lee. Currently, I'm the behavior mod teacher at West, but I'm a special ed teacher, and I've been teaching for 23, 24 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Started doing I've coached football, I've coached wrestling, but I've just since, I want to say, whenever that picture was taken that y'all showed.
Yeah, we're
I
trying to
started then, but like I consider my official, it was when you became the principal at West Middle.
We were thinking that was about 2012. It's
Yeah.
about the time period. So
And
it's
then-
been, I mean, that's been a good period of time.
Yeah, and I started it there, and then from there, we joined the S3DA organization, and I started doing S3DA in 2017, 2016 or 17.
So we talked about it 2012-ish. We're not sure exactly, but we know it was around that time period. How'd that program get started? What made you decide that this is something that Tullahoma needed?
Well, I was reading something, and then I don't think Facebook even existed back then.
Yeah, it did.
It did barely. MySpace did.
Yep.
I think it was MySpace.
Cody
but,
had it on MySpace.
Yeah, top
I
five.
don't know if it was on there or if it was something else, but I seen this thing talking about NASP, and I'm like, what the heck is NASP? So I got to looking at it, and I was a deer hunter.
Yeah.
I loved the archery hunt and that kind of stuff, and I looked at this disc and I put it in there, and it shows these kids shooting these Genesis bows, and I thought, man, that right there looks awesome, and wanted to give it a try, and so when you came on, we did it through 21st Century grant money or something like that, and we got a bunch of bows.
We bought a bunch of
And
stuff.
We're back here behind West Middle School shooting bows and stuff, and then that led to some of my kids closer to that 2016 range, like, hey, Coach Harris, can I bring my actual hunting bow? And I'm like, yeah, man.
Sure,
I mean,
bring it in school.
Yeah,
No big deal, right?
And so we started doing that, and then I'm like, I want to be able to compete in something.
Yeah.
And so I started kind of doing some research, and little did I know at the time, but S3DA had started like literally 2 years prior to this, to me having that thought like, man, I wish we could do this as a team and can go compete and stuff.
If I remember correctly, the NASP was more like objects. Is that right? Wasn't it like an object shoot?
Well, the NASP, and our another guest speaker will talk to you more about NASP, because they have to use, in NASP, it's an archery organization that you use the Genesis bow, and it's basically considered like a bare bow.
Yeah.
In STDA, the only difference is like you don't have a sight, you don't have a release aid or any of that stuff, but the actual Genesis bows has cams. It has let off, as to where the recurve or the bare bow division in STDA is actually like a stick and string. There is no let off. Like the harder you or the further back you pull,
the faster it goes.
The faster it goes, but also the heavier it gets.
Oh yeah.
So, that's how this transpired into being a coach of the STDA team here in Tullahoma.
So like individuals or kids that want to get involved, how do they start? And when should they start?
Okay. Typically we will start, we're going to actually start practice the week after fall break. We already had signups, had a meeting with parents. Taylor's Archery that's the team that we are. We're not called Tullahoma. I don't do it through the school system. I do it through Tracy Taylor's shop at Taylor's Archery there in Tullahoma across the railroad tracks. But parents will come to that meeting if they are interested, and we just give them the spiel of, what the cost is. I give them the schedule of what our archery tournaments are going to look like.
Right.
And just go through the, kind of give them the idea of the practice schedule, the time involvement, the travel, just the expectations in general. And those that are interested will come and turn their packets in. And from there, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had a total of 44
That's what I was
kids.
going to ask. How many kids you have in this?
How many did you start with first year?
First year I did this, and we actually went to the state tournament state tournament. First year I did this with S3DA, we had 7 kids on the archery team. I think is what that number was.
Yeah, what's the most you've ever had, do you think?
Probably the most we ever had was probably last year with 48 kids. We started off with 48, and of course, generally like we start off that much, and then some kids will probably get involved and they're like, ooh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then you kind of lose some kids. Because we, at Taylor's Archery, man, we have really high expectations. Like, and one of our expectations is academics comes first.
So if they can't cut it, then.
If you can't cut it academically,
right.
And our thing is, we know what our school systems, we're following along with the state, but at Taylor's Archery, it's got to be a 75 or higher.
Yeah.
If you can't get that, then we kind of put you on a probationary period and I'll help them. We'll try to get some of the archers to help them, tutor them or whatever, but get your grades pulled up because that's first priority.
Do you ever have kids that maybe wouldn't have the opportunity to, they don't have a dad who's a hunter or, have the bows at home? What happens with those kids who've never experienced this at all and just want to be a part of this program? Mm-hmm. Is that a possibility too?
It is. There is a financial obligation to it. But as far as the qualifications with Tracy's team in Taylor's Archery, is you got to shoot his brand of bow, and that's pretty much it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And as long as your grades are good, and as long as your behavior, like how you represent when you're wearing our uniform out in public, is a big thing.
It's a big deal. I think I've seen, this sport has grown across the state of Tennessee, and I'm in another school system, obviously, but they participate in the school system I'm in Manchester City, and I've watched them practice, and it's very, very structured and safe, and because the first thing that people think about is that's like a weapon. That's a weapon. Right. And so the first thing they think about is safety, but I've watched it, and I know you guys are very adamant about safety and structure and how that works. So maybe talk a little bit about that.
Especially with the younger kids.
Yeah.
And as they get older, they start realizing it real quick. And I tell the kids early on, you get little young kids in there 5, and we literally have archers on our team right now that are ages 5 all the way to 18.
Wow.
So that's a large, that's a pretty.
That's a big.
Well, you should be nice to every kid in school, right?
But safety does come first, and when they're that little small, sometimes they get excited.
Yeah.
And we got kids, full draw, and I'm telling them we got whistle commands, just like, is it one whistle, get to the line, two whistles, you know, stands for something. And then like, if you blow it several times, that means stop. Because we'll have kids, and sometimes it happens so quick, man, that I can't put my whistle in my mouth quick enough. And it's just like, stop. I'll just yell it out because somebody's not paying attention. And, you know, it scares them. And I explain it to the kids. I'm like, guys, that scares me because the last thing I want you to do is get hit with an arrow. So, but safety is very important. But for the most part, the biggest thing with archery, and typically kids don't do it more than once, is they'll torque the bow and not grip it correct, and that string will smack their arm.
Oh yeah, leave a little welt.
Bump on it.
Yeah.
And you see their little eyes light, you know, tear up and stuff, and it's like, hey, get back on the horse.
Yeah.
This is what you did wrong.
Yeah. Everybody's got that mark at some point in time.
That's a
It's like
rite
cauliflower.
of passion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Cauliflower here and
cauliflower
wrestling.
wrestling,
That's a rite of passion when it comes to archery. And I tell the boys, I'm like, you can tell some of them like want to start crying. It's like, hey, chicks dig that. You know?
It's like a tattoo, an archery tattoo.
That's
You
right.
got your mark. Yeah.
Where's so tell us about some of these tournaments. Where all have you guys been able to go?
As far as regionals go, they got the state of Tennessee split up into 3 sections. You got West, Middle, and East Tennessee. The majority of your archery teams, which I think Middle Tennessee has 13, I think there's somewhere around a total of 20 archery teams in Tennessee. There's a couple in East, and then the rest of them are out in West Tennessee. But we'll travel as far, like we got tournaments this year at UT Martin because they have an archery program there. They give out scholarships. The furthest one west is probably UT Martin. The furthest one east is probably Carson Newman.
Okay.
And then in Middle Tennessee, we're going to have one at, I normally hosted an archery tournament, which was one of my dreams to do. We've hosted it at Tullahoma High School for the last, I think, 2 years or 3 years. But this year, we're going to go to Rebel Country, Franklin County.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do it at Franklin County High School.
Franklin County High School. So what is you said you coached wrestling, you coached football, you played sports. What's the difference? How is archery different from those sports?
As far as the physical demands, it's not a physical demanding sport like football. Like my mentality is play physical. And baseball's more skill oriented. Basketball's more skill oriented. But archery, the closest thing I can compare archery to as far as a sport would probably be golf.
We talked about that before. I think that's interesting that you said that because
I feel like archery is about 90% mental.
That's what
90% mental.
That's what I tell my kids all the time.
I think I heard that somewhere.
And what's crazy is the small kids are like, okay, like, and they don't understand it.
Yeah.
But your guest that's going to be on the show here in just a second, she understands it.
Do you get the yips like you do in golf, like where you start missing stuff, just stupid stuff?
I got a story for y'all.
Tell it. Let's hear it.
We're only doing an hour.
Tell the story, and then we'll get Ashley on, and we'll bring you back up. So tell the story.
This gives me goosebumps because I've been with Ashley. She started with us 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. She originally come to us from East Lincoln. She shot for Jeff Hale, and she came to S3DA. And back then, S3DA allowed Genesis bows when they first started. Well, her first year with us, I knew it as soon as I watched the girl shoot. That I was like, we got a ringer here. You know what I mean? It was like, shoot. She was good.
Yeah.
And she ended up winning the state and national tournament that year. And then I think it was the next year, she did not shoot as good. So we've had her ups and downs. And she's shot with me long enough. She knows just how much of a mental game this is.
Yeah.
And I broke it down to her. I mean, it goes to as much as getting a good night's sleep and what you eat.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I believe it.
But my biggest moment with her it was her senior year. We were at Nationals in Owensboro, Kentucky. And the first day she shot, she didn't shoot bad, but she didn't shoot, what she was capable of.
Yeah.
She probably shot her low average, if that, and kind of dug herself a hole. And then at Nationals, you shoot 2 days. You got to shoot like a Friday night and a Saturday, or a Saturday and Sunday. Well, the next day she come back, and I'll never forget this. Her mom, I was like, does Ashley know where she's standing at, or where she's ranked at right now? And she was like maybe 5th or 6th or 7th or something like that. And she was like, I didn't realize it was Ashley's phone, because I have it all under the same contact. And she said, Ashley don't want, or her mom had mentioned something earlier today. She don't want to know. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then I asked Ashley, and not realizing it, and she was like, no. And then I was like, well, she's in something place or whatever. And then I found out the next day
that was her.
It was her. And oh, dude, I'm real big about mental, and the last thing I want to do is put stress on my archers.
Yeah.
And it just tore me all to pieces. But she gets on the line and she's shooting, and Ashley trains a lot. She shoots a lot. She was on autopilot.
And just
in a zone. And I'll never forget it. We were all sitting there, me, Tracy Taylor, her parents, and her dad was nervous and in tears.
Really?
He couldn't even hardly talk.
God.
And we're all sitting like, and this one of her biggest competitors in that class was right beside her, or right beside us, with her dad. Great people.
Yeah. Very
competitive, and just very complimentary of her, and just good people to talk to. We're sitting there in her last shot. It was the last round, last shot. She pulls back. We're all sitting there watching.
It gets quiet.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
And then she lets down, and we can tell that she's nervous.
Yeah.
And I will never forget, Ashley sits there, she turns her head sideways and smiles. And as soon as she does that, I'm like, she's got it.
Oh, she got it. She nailed it.
I called it. Dude, she pulls back, drills, center punches the X-ring, and just won a national title. So it was really, really cool. And her dad's over there
just going
hyperventilating.
Yeah, you're gonna have to call. Well, with that, we got to bring her on. So let's trade off for a second.
Right.
Ashley, you come over here with us.
Yeah.
Josh will give you the microphone and come sit down in between us, and we'll ask you some questions. Is that now?
Was any of that true?
That's what I was about to ask. Was that all true?
That all sounded
Okay.
okay.
It sounded too good to be true, and sometimes we can get some Josh stories that we don't know. So
I don't know if I don't think we've ever had a national champion on here.
No, that's right. You're our first national champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Ashley, welcome to the Mick and Mac Show. Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Ashley. He's kind of told everything about me already.
No.
You add to it.
I'm 19 years old, and I've been shooting for 11 years. This past year was my last year doing it, but I moved on to coaching archery now instead.
Man,
I do little
great.
private lessons.
Okay.
I started in NASP when I was 7 years old, and then in 2018, I believe, was my first year with Josh when I was shooting Genesis still. Then I swapped over to barebow, I think my second or third year, I can't remember. And then 2 or 3 years ago, I swapped over to Olympic recurve, which is the same sort of thing, but it's got sights and everything all on it.
So you you said you were finished, but like at some point in time, you still do it. Like you're still shooting, you're still, but you're just not competing.
Yes.
Is there ever any opportunities for competition?
Right.
I could. I was gonna go to college for it. Decided against it, but there's like little tournaments that pay money to get into, and just kind of shoot against, like, it's more of like an adult league kind of thing that I could get into.
Not the turkey shoot you were talking about.
Not the turkey, no, not the turkey.
That's different. Yeah.
Or the apple off the head shoot. You don't do that for
side money. We could try that.
For side money.
Side bets. If you're interested in doing something like that, Josh probably.
He probably would.
Yeah, he'd probably do it.
We get some money for it. We get a pool up. What was your, like, throughout this time as you grew as someone who was in archery? When you got into high school, it got to be a pretty big deal. So what did your training look like for that?
Well, when I started and I was in elementary school, I was practicing 11 times a week. I would do all 5 mornings before school, 4 afternoons, and then on the weekends.
Wow.
And probably at minimum an hour every day. As I got into middle school, it got a little bit more difficult to practice because I would practice at East Lincoln where I started, and I was going to East Middle. So it was kind of hard to get as much practice, but I was still getting probably 5 or 6 times a week. And then whenever I got into S3DA, it turned into basically whenever I could get up to the shop. But it was still probably a good 4 or 5 times a week. I was up there for hour and a half, 2 hours.
Is that a pretty rigorous type of training? I mean, is it just is it as simple as shooting arrow after arrow after arrow, or is there more to it than that?
There's more mentally to it because obviously some days I had good days and then my bad days that I had to work through a little bit more, but it really just kind of depended on the day.
It sounds like you were passionate, or that you grew passionate about the sport. And
Yeah.
Where it wasn't, I mean, because you're rattling off like, well, I had to. You're not even saying that. You're like, I went and did, like, instead of saying I had to go do this and I had to go do that. Like,
Yeah.
not like something that you were always
My
thinking
sister
about.
put me into it when I was in 3rd grade. She was actually on the team over at East Lincoln when I started.
Okay.
She
Older?
got, yes, 2 years older. She got me into it, and then ever since then, I guess it was just how quickly I picked it up or something. It just kind of gave me that extra boost of confidence that it just kind of all came naturally to me.
Wow.
That's good. Yeah. What's your favorite memory in your competition other than the national championship?
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a favorite, but
That one's probably number 1.
number one.
Okay.
So tell us
Scratch
a good
it.
memory of being a part of this program.
Number 2 would probably be when I went to Vegas for the 2nd time.
Ooh.
I shot at their national tournament. I was in Olympic recurve, and that was the first tournament that I had shot that I had like immense pressure on me because like my competition was like right where I was, and like we were all shooting the same scores, and we were all right next to each other on like the 3 bales together. And that was the first tournament that I had shot and actually been able to control my nerves. I have a really bad habit of just like freaking out halfway through and just completely letting it go. But that was the first tournament that I felt, I guess, that passion and that change in myself, that I was able to take that next step to win that one.
So like in what grade or what time frame did you realize, all right, I'm pretty good. Like I can do this. Like
Probably around 7th grade, whenever I won my first national title.
Yeah.
Multi-national, yeah.
title.
Sorry.
Yeah, three different classes.
3 different classes.
So did you get like a ring or a trophy, or what does that look like?
At that national tournament, I got a medal, a plaque, and then I actually got a new bow as well.
Really?
Ooh.
So you won a bow for that?
I've won 3.
You won 3 bows.
Sorry.
Do you get to use them? Are they like hanging up on, or
Yeah.
do you get to use them? Actually use them?
You can use them. I still stick with the one that I've been shooting since 3rd grade.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I used to
Wow.
have them hanging in my wall.
The national champion. I mean, you win
What are
national
you gonna
championships.
do?
Why
Are you
change it?
do you sign autographs?
Yeah.
You ever sign autographs for anybody?
I haven't before, but I can.
Oh, we
Oh,
definitely,
there we go.
definitely
We
want that
definitely get it.
before-
Yeah.
We definitely want that before we go. So tell us, before we go to commercial here in a second, tell us what you're doing now. What are your next steps?
Well, currently for about a year and a half almost, I've been teaching little private lessons, mostly elementary kids. I've got a couple that kind of stepped up into middle school, but you know, just little one-on-one practices. I actually go down to Westwood Elementary on Tuesdays, and I coach down there for an hour.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh, really?
I'm in Manchester. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I help them out down there on their team and
That's
everything.
awesome.
And last year they actually made it all the way to World in that NASP program.
Wow. Where was World? Where was World?
That's right.
It was down in Orlando.
Orlando. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, listen, we appreciate having you on and answering our questions, and it's good to have somebody like you who is like just a representative of this community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a sport that we talked about is not, you know, the most popular sport out there, but it's growing. It's growing fast. But you're a great representative of that sport, and definitely giving back to the community. I think that's great too. So reach out to Ashley if you want some lessons, get you some lessons. But we do appreciate you coming on. Before we go to commercial break, we do have a little Hattie. So we're gonna get we got the Hattie report coming up.
That's right.
Cue to you.
Guys, what are we doing?
What are Falcons?
Falcons? What are they talking about, Hattie?
Because it's Falcon season. We got the white on a gray for the Lincoln County Falcons. We're going to go down to the pit, put BTA to them, let Coach Sis get another W. See y'all there, be there, or be square.
Middle Tennessee is one of the fastest growing spots in the country, and I would love to help you make a move here. I work with buyers and sellers all across Middle Tennessee, and what my clients value most is that I dig in, do the work, and give them clear answers to every real estate question. I'm Sharon Wagner with Exit Noble Realty Group. If you're planning on making a move, call or text me anytime.
Are you looking for that special place to eat, a place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soups, sandwiches, salads, and breakfast are made from scratch and served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats. From milkshakes to sundaes, the Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Mick and Mac Show and always enjoys celebrating the success of Tullahoma athletes.
K&S Awards has helped Tullahoma adult and youth athletes celebrate sports for 45 years by supplying the area's largest selection of trophies and plaques, plus corporate awards engraved in glass, plastic, and crystal. K&S stocks gift items and figurines for almost every sport. K&S also does jewelry engraving, sandblasting, wood engraving, like Grandma's favorite recipe on a cutting board. They custom make badges, desk and nameplate signs, panel and photo frame tags, rubber signature and self-inking staffs, bronze signs, yard signs, and banners. Now offering custom framing as well. When you take that trophy-winning picture, 30 years of framing experience makes K&S your one-stop celebration shop for all your keepsake needs. Stop by and see Alan and Jeannie Rogers at KS Awards, 510 Country Club Drive in Tullahoma, or call 931-455-7359. Welcome to the Grand Lux Inn, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel where history, comfort, and Southern hospitality come together. Family owned and operated, we take pride in offering more than just a place to stay. Whether you're planning a weekend escape, a staycation, close to home, or just need a peaceful retreat, the Grand Lux Inn is your perfect getaway. Looking for a space to host your next business meeting? Our elegant and quiet setting provides an ideal atmosphere to connect, collaborate, and get things done, all with the personal touch of a locally owned business. Whether you're here for relaxation, business, or a special event, the Grand Lux Inn is ready to welcome you. Call us today at 931-461-9995 or visit the website to learn more. The Grand Lux, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel.
Welcome back to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. We got our man Josh Harris back up here. We had Ashley on before. Great questions, great conversation. It was interesting.
What was the one question that was asked during the break?
Oh, could Ashley provide training for someone who wanted to hunt? So
hunt animals.
Hunt animals. Yeah, hunt animals. So Josh, you might want to help us out on that one.
She could.
She has the skills to do it.
She has the skills to do it, but Ashley shot bare bow and shot Olympic recurve. She did not shoot the compound,
which is what they use.
Which is what most hunters use.
Yeah.
Which that's the biggest class in archery, and then you have an open setup.
Yeah.
You got the 4 different classes, and then you got the 4 different age groups. But she has the skill set that yes, she can teach somebody how to shoot. Especially, she'd do a better job at coaching that with a recurve bow. No sights and fingers.
Yeah.
She would probably do a better job of that than most people because she's that good with it.
Yeah.
Sounds like she didn't even need any coaching.
No, I think she did it
honestly. I'm gonna
on her own.
She had a good skill set.
She
had a good skill set, and Ashley was one of those ones where I just kind of left on autopilot. And then if I seen her do something that I kind of thought might affect her later on, but most of the stuff with her, and she'll tell you this too, was the mental side of things.
90%.
Because of that, having that, sometimes when you're doing the line and you're not in that flow state where you're just on the automatic pilot, thoughts do creep into your head. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And you do self-doubt things. So, and that's, it affects everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. If anybody wants to call in and talk to Josh or any of us, you don't have to, obviously, but it's 393-0081. Call in, ask questions, talk about whatever you want to.
That's right.
Got some business to take care of, and then we're going to turn it back over to Josh, let him tell us a little bit more about archery. Sports-wise, scoreboard-wise, Elijah Kidd does a great job of providing a schedule for us every week. So if you're looking for that, obviously the app is a good place to look. But we also post that on our social media, Mick and Mac Show on Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you go check that out and give Elijah Kidd a thumbs up for his great images. He does a fantastic job on that.
He's awesome.
And we mentioned the athlete spotlights.
Yeah,
we're basically spotlighting.
We spotlight all the all-district middle school kids,
right,
as their season's wrapped up, and I mean, some of them already been recognized. I mean, but all those kids had a great year.
Good deal. Good deal. All right, Josh, you want to tell us a little bit about some of the stats that you had? I think.
Yeah, I'm going to brag on Ashley again real quick.
That's okay.
She's a
she's good.
multinational
We might
champion.
just bring her back.
She won with a Genesis bow. She won nationals with a bear bow, and she also won the state titles those years too.
6.
And
6 national and 19 state.
Wow.
19 state.
I've never been around that before.
No.
I feel insignificant.
Yeah. Well,
but she won it in 3 different classes. Because like in S3DA, you have a bare bow class, an Olympic recurve class, a compound or a fixed pin, and then you have the open setup. And Ashley won it in the bare bow, or she actually won it in Genesis when they did allow Genesis bare bow, and then she won the national title in Olympic recurve. But just to kind of brag on Taylor's archery team as a whole, we kind of got the perfect storm there at Taylor's archery because Tracy's very knowledgeable as far as setting up bows. He's got Jackson there with him. They do a really good job of that. And then like Sandy helps me with registration stuff and getting things entered in the computer, keeping that stuff organized, and has also helped coaching. But
keep going.
But anyway, since I've been doing, and I'm just talking about just from 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I said earlier, when I first started, we only had like 7 kids, and our kids did well, but I wanted to compete as a team as well, and you got to have at least 5 kids in the class to compete as a team.
So you got to have a bigger team.
But since 2021, and that's the reason why we've kind of expanded from Tullahoma and went to Manchester. We got a bunch of kids from Coffee County. We got kids from Franklin County. We got kids from Huntland.
Just getting them everywhere.
We're getting them everywhere.
That's good.
Lincoln County. Yeah. But anyway, since 2021 to present, individual on the state level, we've had 90 podium finishes, which basically means first, second, or third. Out of those 90, we've had 46 state champions.
Wow.
Come through.
Oh no, that sounds like half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, these numbers are crazy. At the national level, we had 26 podium finishes. At the national level, 11 of those were national champions.
Wow.
Team-wise, since 2021, 24 podium finishes and 11 state champions. Teams.
But
they take your top 5 archers.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that's cool about it. When we go to nationals, we're facing the Michigan Gold Stars or the Pine Hill Prodigies from Indiana. We're playing against some powerhouse teams. They have like 80 kids.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like crazy how big they are. But at the national level, we've had 9 podium finishes as a team, and 5 of those have been national champions.
That's amazing. Man, y'all really, I mean, it's really
it's rolling.
It is rolling. It's one, like we said at the beginning, it's one of those, I don't think people knew that.
No.
Nobody in this town, I mean, people know that there's successful archery programs, but I don't know that they knew that.
We knew because
we
work with Josh.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I think that just adds to the reason why we have these conversations on the show, because it exposes that information to the community so that people can see that these things are going on.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is too, some people probably think, like I've heard this in the past, people's asked me questions like, how many kids actually do this? Is there a bunch of kids? When we go to nationals, I can tell you, like in the compound class or Olympic, or not Olympic, but Olympic recurve and bare bow have the fewest. They still have like 30, 40 kids in those age groups that are shooting that kind of bow. But your fixed pin and your open class, I mean, the older they get, because they're competing for scholarship money.
Right.
I've had kids on my team that have gotten over $350,000 in scholarships.
Wow. Man.
And Ashley's, there's no telling how much you've got.
Oh,
So you got a call.
Well, we do have one, but it's not parked there, so I'm not sure what to do on that one.
Yeah.
It's not showing up red, so we'll have to wait on that one.
But I can tell you this much: as far as high school teams, young adult teams, ages 15 to 18, there was 100 teams last year, and I think we finished in a top 10 or somewhere around in there.
No big deal.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So,
so man, great information on the archery stuff. That's unbelievable. It's just I've known Josh for a long time, and I didn't know the stats like that.
I'm very passionate about it.
Pretty amazing. Let's see, what else do we got to talk about?
We got a call.
Oh, we do have a call.
Yeah,
all right. You're on the Mick and Mac Show.
Hi, this is Katie Grace Nichols. We're on our way back from our cross country meet, so I wanted to give y'all the results.
Let's hear
Let's hear it.
All right, so for boys, Lucas Price got 2nd, Wyatt Dorsett 6th, Jackson Knight 8th, Lincoln Bitton 10th, Jeffrey Strom 30th, Jace Fisher 61st, and Major Montoy 63rd.
All right.
And then for the girls, I got first.
Oh yeah! Way to go!
Juliana Eitz got 2nd.
Oh!
Hannah Aiken 13th, and Natalie Davis 16th.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's
pretty good.
Thanks for calling and sharing that with us. We're excited for you. Great job.
Thank you.
Go win state.
Go win it. So that's kind of cool. That's great, man. That was great.
I'm glad to hear that about Wyatt Dorsett, because he was an archer.
Oh yeah.
He
Do you
shot
think
with
that
us.
prepared him for his running?
Absolutely. The mental aspect. The mental
Yeah, 90% of it.
The whole time he's like, thank goodness I'm on the ball.
Run faster, run faster.
So one thing we want to do before we'll have a call, I think, here in a second.
Yeah.
I know we're going to talk a little bit about the football game, just real quick. And we also have the Christopher King weather report, which is, let's go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah.
Chris, you ready for the Christopher King weather report? Let's do that. All right, we're gonna come back to us after the Christopher King weather report. We're not wrapping it up just yet.
No, not yet. You still got more of us. Oh, you want to go call or you want to go?
You want us to go call? Okay, good deal.
Here we go.
Hey, you're on the Mick and Mac Show.
All right, it's Hattie. I got a question for Coach Harris.
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite thing about my 8th grade lunch class?
That y'all
My
left?
favorite thing. Yeah. And it was only 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I liked your 8th grade class. I enjoyed cutting up with you guys during lunch.
Hattie, do you have a secret story or something you're trying to tell us?
Well, what's going on?
They'd always we always aggravated each other.
Were you trying to mess with Coach Harris?
I've never heard Hattie aggravating anybody.
The 4 corners.
Do you know what he's talking about? The 4 corners?
Of the cafeteria?
Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'd split them up.
You put them in the 4 corners. I got it now. Oh, Hattie, you're telling on yourself.
Hattie, before you go, what's prediction tomorrow night?
50. Oh, Cats by 50.
All right. Good prediction.
Cats by 50.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Yep, see ya.
All right. I think now we're ready to go to the Christopher King weather report for tomorrow night.
Hello everyone, it is Christopher King Weather coming at you yet again, your favorite hometown weather guy, giving you the lowdown on the Week 7 matchup here on location. It seems to have been my favorite place when I'm not here in the office, but it is a beautiful day outside, and that is going to be the story for this week. For your Week 7 matchup between the Tullahoma Wildcats and the Lincoln County Falcons. So a formidable foe yet again in region play as we head down to Fayetteville. We face off in the Pit. So unlike last week where the weather was just 2 big thumbs down, but it ended up being all right for the game in Lawrenceburg, this week's going to be much better. Some of the probably the best weather that we've had the entire season of football. So let's go check out that forecast. Here is your Friday night forecast for the Pit in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Couldn't ask for better weather. Really, this is probably the best setup we've had all season long. Going to have clear skies. We're finally going to feel some of that fallness in the air. At kickoff, we're going to be looking at 70 degrees. At halftime, when your award-winning Tullahoma High School marching band takes the field, we're looking at 68 degrees. And when we're going home from Fayetteville with that dub, it's going to be 67 degrees. So again, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful night for high school football. Well, there you have it, guys. That is your Week 7 edition of the Friday Night Forecast. Hope you guys can make it out to the Pit in Fayetteville. It's going to be a beautiful night for football. And if you can't make it out, always know you can check out the Wildcats on LightTube Channel 23, as well as the LightTube YouTube channel. And while we're speaking of YouTube, take a quick second to follow me on the socials if you haven't, where I keep you up to date with all the severe weather happenings for Tullahoma, Franklin, and Moore counties. So reporting here from Wilkins Stadium, this is Christopher King Weather, your favorite hometown weather guy. Back to you guys in the studio.
Welcome back to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. That was the weather report from Christopher King, and we are thankful for that.
Always accurate.
Always accurate. He's spot on every time. Had to go, before we go, we're almost wrapping this thing up. We're close. Want to talk about Lester's Lock of the Week. He was 0-2-1 last week.
Shocker.
Yeah, but he's 5-6-1 for the year, and he says that this week is golden. Nebraska 49.5 under, Bama -10.5, and Miami -4.5. You heard it today.
You heard it.
So Lester's Lock of the Week. All right, before we go, football.
Lincoln County, yep. It's going to be, it's the old adage, we always, whoever takes care of the ball, whoever can win the special teams, and then it's going to take one big play, either on defense or offense. That's going to be the difference. It's going to be back and forth.
Back and forth the whole time. So you're saying Hattie's prediction of Cats by 50?
Well, yeah. I don't even know if 50 total points will be scored.
That's true.
They like to run the ball. We know we need to run the ball and control that aspect of the game. So it's going to be it's going to be one of those bruising games. And it's going to come down to one or two plays, like most games that are close do.
Yep.
They're still pretty big boys.
Yeah, they got good size.
Yeah.
They lost their running back from last year, but they still got it. And Coach Sis gets to go home and hopefully get a dub. Yeah,
get a dub. Well, we want to thank our sponsors again: the Grand Lux Inn, Payless Auto, Fuel So Good, K&S Trophies, Hard Rock Tattoos, the Sundrop Shop, Tullahoma Lane, Shuran Wagner with Exit Realty. We appreciate all their support. We want to thank Josh and Ashley for being on here tonight. It was a great addition, great conversation, because it was something that nobody else is talking about, and we are now, and we're getting that conversation going.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. What do you got?
I just want to say, Coach Carver's finally getting that long-awaited fishing trip up in heaven.
That's right. We're gonna miss that dude.
Ripping lips.
Yeah,
ripping lips with Dr. Bass. Like
that's right. Yep.
We'll miss that guy, and this, definitely show was for him. So,
Yep.
But thanks again, everybody, for watching us. We'll be back next week.
That's right.
Same time, same place, live. Make sure you call in. But we appreciate it.
Yep.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya. Have a great one.